thanksgiving for the gifts of generous donors and the guidance of the wise leadership of our creation care team, we give thanks to God for this bike rack, which makes possible the greater use of bikes to attend worship and events at St. John's, reducing our impact on the environment and helping us live into our calling to be good stewards of the earth, which God has made and entrusted into our hands.
We've got a whole parking lot. We're very inclusive of cars, but until recently weren't very inclusive of bikes. So.
On Monday nights I'd come for a service and I'd carry the bike upstairs to the third floor because I didn't really feel like chaining it to the to the parking sign was an appropriate idea. But now it's much easier. I don't have to worry about carting it up 3 floors for other meetings.
The committee that was working on it found the bike rack, bought the bike rack, was very concerned after they got it because it seemed to be too big.
Yeah, we lucked out. It fits perfect. We were originally going to put it parallel to the building so the bikes would be perpendicular to the building, which would have had them hanging out a little bit. But we rearranged it and worked out like we planned it.
My name is Max Singer. I work for Move Minnesota, specifically on St. Paul transportation options. And part of my role is running a bike rack cost share program. St. John Episcopal Church is one of those grantees. And in fact, the first one I have ever seen all the way through. So this is a big moment for me. Very big that it was then blessed. So it is a huge part of getting around, especially for trips that are not recreational. Having a place where you can lock your bike, prop it up.
Well, I've been riding the bike to church and complaining about having to, tie it up against gates and stuff. And I said, we should be able to get a bike rack. Yeah. And it only took a year.
No one is happy with the improvised solutions. Traffic signs can get in the way of parked cars, folks accessing that. No one likes it when you attach to a railing, whether it's decorative or certainly not if it's for ADA accessibility. So it's great to have dedicated structures for locking your bicycle.
Bless this bike rack, O Lord, that it may stand for generations to come as a small but important reminder that we are all kindred in the great web of life, that we belong to each other and must take care of each other. In the name of the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer of life. Amen.
Amen. We have a very dedicated creation care team. Creation care is like the church words for environmental stewardship.
Okay.
And they work a lot with Minnesota Interfaith Power and Light. So basically, a lot of them bring their bikes to church and didn't have anywhere to park them because they're people that care about their carbon impact on the world.
Do you know Bill Lindeke?
I do know Bill Lindeke. Do you? He's great.
Yes, his mother is very active here.
In the
he
church?
grew up in this church.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I should say the leaders of the creation care team, because they did a lot of the work. So that was Dan Vogel that you talked to, and Michael May, and Liz Lindeke, and Johanna
Bill
Frisbee.
Lindeke's mom?
His aunt, actually.
There's so many Lindekes in
There are
there.
a billion Lindekes.
No wonder
here.
this is a biking church.
Yeah. Bill often brings his bike over to the farmer's market in the summers.
There's a lot of different philosophies on bike parking. There are good racks and bad racks. There's definitely attention that needs to be paid for a wider variety of bikes, whether they're recumbent, cargo, various types of adaptive cycles. But first things first is more bike parking, especially in St. Paul. If you are in St. Paul and have space near the public right-of-way, you could have a very own bike rack.
So do we not have this in Minneapolis? You're only working in St. Paul?
I work solely in St. Paul. Minneapolis has other programs for it. You can find my contact on the Move Minnesota website or email me at maxs@movemn.org.
It works well. I parked there.
Yeah.
Today. One of those bikes is mine. Are you worried you don't have enough bike parking now?
A little bit, as we see 3 bikes take up some space. But we got the slab bigger than we need, so we can add to it as we go. I guess I've been surprised though at because it's just a little bike rack, but a lot of people are excited about it. Even in the neighborhood, I've noticed some of the neighbors using it, and that's awesome.
There was a little cheer during the service when they mentioned it today, and Episcopalians don't cheer for things, so it was